a title on it. Thank you for the opportunity. This is a little bit going at it in a different direction. I've often characterized this as a reverse TMDL. Let me give you a little background. Back in 2000, well, even farther back than that, there was the city of Fort Worth, through a citizens group called Streams and Valleys, envisioned a number of improvements along the Trinity River in Fort Worth. And one of those was what they called the Central City Project. And that is, where's our little laser dot? Right here is downtown Fort Worth. It's on a bluff. That's where they established the fort for Fort Worth. And this is the confluence of the West Fork and the Clear Fork of the Trinity River. And this is how it exists today. So you can see this little, they combine and go around and go out and head towards Dallas. And this has levees along it, and the Tarrant Regional Water District is the local sponsor with the Corps of Engineers for maintaining that floodway. Well, you could raise the levees, and the citizens were disappointed because there was a real opportunity to bring people back to the river, and levees just constrain them. So the idea was to create, this is kind of like San Antonio Riverwalk in a way, whereas high flows go underground through a tunnel and bypass the Riverwalk. They're going to construct a bypass channel for those flows. And they're going to put a dam in down here and create a large urban linear lake system. Well, one of the fundamental rules of water quality is it's better to be at the top of the watershed. Because from Beach Street in Fort Worth on down, there's a TMDL for bacteria for the Trinity, and I think that goes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. However, this segment of the Trinity River meets contact recreation standards. And so there's a great desire to maintain this amenity. And so we began with the Tarrant Regional Water District in 2013. And here's a couple of examples. They have what they call Rocking the River on Thursday evenings in Fort Worth. They have a pavilion, a stage that looks over the water, and people can get inner tubes and beer and get in the water and listen to bands. They, I think, have the largest fireworks show in North Texas, and people are down at the water all the time. You may not know, but from December through March, they stock the river with trout, and it brings a lot of fly fishermen in to wade and catch trout. And it's got 88 miles of trails along the Trinity. Very aesthetic. People love it, and people have enjoyed coming back to the water. Part of the Central City Project, of which there are many other elements, is what is called Panther Island. And it's the island that's created by this bypass channel, and you can see it's going to be very dense development. And we knew that if there weren't stormwater practices put in place, that interior waterway was going to see the effect of bacteria and nutrients and become less aesthetic and perhaps not even be able to be a contact recreation waterway. So back in 2013, I guess I could do next slide. We began working with the Tarrant Regional Water District, helped out by the National Center for Infrastructure Modeling and Management, which is a new EPA center that's been established at the University of Texas at Austin, which is a partnership of the University of Texas and the Urban Watersheds Research Institute of Denver, Colorado. We combined the EPA SWIM model with the receiving water quality model, the hydrodynamic one, CE Qual W2, so that we could look at the input of watersheds. So we could look at the impact of watersheds and see how that would affect the waterways. So what we found is, looking at this, is that we can keep contact recreation as a part of this. We're going to concentrate on using green stormwater infrastructure. Just today, the TRWD board adopted this water quality guidance manual, which is going to require all developers in areas that TRWD controls to implement bioretention, pervious pavers, and a few other practices. We kept it very simple. so that the development community could adapt to this pretty quickly. We're being very specific on the construction. Your Cathedral Place, a lot of thought goes into how you put these things in the ground. And so you can't, we're giving very, very specific directions within this manual. And the hope is that this is going to translate to the city of Fort Worth, and that over the next generation we'll be able to keep that contact recreation water body. One final note is that development is starting to happen on the island.